This is Deck Pass Live. We are coming to you once again from Indianapolis, Indiana. The beautiful IU Natatorium. Very, very storied history here, where we are bringing you some fast swimming here at the TYR Pro Swim Series, the 4th of 6 series, 4th of 6 stops. I'm Jeff Cummings, and it's great to have you here for our last day of competition. We had some great prelims, and right now they're starting the early heats of the 800 freestyle, and we'll have the fastest heat of the women's 800 freestyle, where we're going to be watching to see if Katie Ledecky can make it another world record after breaking the world record in the 1500 earlier in the meet. And I got a chance to chat with Katie, so let's hear what she had to say. In Indianapolis, but I'm sure this is a little bit of break compared to midterms that you just finished. So tell me how that went for you.
It went well. We're in the busy part of our school year. We have 3 weeks left once we get back on Monday. So now I have to start preparing for finals pretty soon and final projects, final papers. But it's kind of nice to come here for a meet, kind of get away from school, away from training, away from the busyness of the weekly schedule, and just get some really great racing in.
So what was the hardest class for you so far this quarter for you?
This quarter? Probably poli-sci 1, just intro to poli-sci, but taking 3 really interesting classes, my writing requirement as a sophomore, a psych class, and then poli-sci 1.
So I was hearing that Katie Drabot had an assignment where she had to write a children's book for her midterm. Do you have anything as fun as that?
No, she got the writing class that every sophomore wants to get into, but I really like mine. It's a little different than just writing children's books, but she seems to be having a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah. So just to remind everybody, Stanford's on the quarter system. You know, that means you get out of school a little bit later than most people, but you start a little bit later, yeah, which I would imagine is really advantageous when, you know, you get the summer swim meets and you get that little break. You don't have to jump right back into school.
Right. A lot of schools I know start mid-August, and some of them have to go right from whatever meet we're at right back to school. So it's really nice at Stanford how we start end of September, and so I get about a month or month and a half even at home, or can go travel and visit my grandma's or do some other fun things, yeah, around home.
So I also know that you guys were training extremely hard before you got here to Indianapolis, and yet you're swimming so well. I mean, tell me about, you know, some of the training that you guys were doing that made you think, you know, either, you know, I could do really well, or maybe I don't know if I'm going to be swimming really well because I'm just so wrecked.
Yeah, training's been going really well, and I think I kind of had that dual expectation where it could have gone either way, and I could have come here and again just had really great swims, or it could have been just like any other Pro Series meet. But I think just getting a lot of confidence from training has really benefited me, and I didn't expect for it to pay off this soon, but I'll take it. And just have been doing a lot of hundreds in practice where I'm going 59s, double O's just over and over and over, and lots of 200s, 300s, going 303s on 300s, 515 on a 500 a couple weeks ago. So just things in the middle of practice that I haven't done before or haven't done in a long time that have really built my confidence over the last month and a half.
And when you're doing those sets of 100, saying you're trying to go the 59s, double O's, when you hear 101, which a lot of people would love to be able to go a 101 in a set, but you know, a lot of things happen with people when they get to that time in that set where they're not doing what they want to do. And how do you rebound and say, okay, I'm going to get back to that goal time that I want?
Right. Well, in some cases, I am supposed to be going 101s, and going 101s
anyway.
No, going 101s is good, and that's a good target on certain days when we're doing mile pace or something like that. So it's just knowing what I want to be hitting on each set and going after that, and knowing that some days you're a little off or some days you're a little on. Recently I've been on pretty much every day, and it's been great. So trying to just maintain consistent level of training and continue to make progress.
And then, of course, you're very diverse in your swimming. I mean, you do everything from the 100 all the way to the mile, and of course you're now getting into that 400 IM. So is there, I mean, do you never probably know what you're going to be doing on a particular day or what lane you might even be in? Is that true?
I know pretty much what I'm doing every day. We kind of have a set schedule where Monday afternoon is kind of our 400, 500 group. Tuesday morning I come in and do a mile set with True Sweetser on the men's team. Tuesday night, do a kick swim kind of set, more 200 free focused, 100, 200 focus. Wednesday morning, I get to do backstroke. Thursday morning, come in and swim with True again. We do a 200 tempo driven practice. And then Thursday night, I do the 4 a.m. group, which is also pretty hard with the level of 400 IMers we have at Stanford. And then Friday, we have a big team kick set in the morning. Friday afternoon, we do some buckets, resistive work. And then Saturday morning is more of the catch-all kind of, you don't know what you're getting when you get into it, but it's usually a pretty good distance kind of test set or threshold set. So I guess I pretty much know what I'm doing every day, and it's nice to get into a routine, a schedule, and you really know how to prepare your mind going into each practice.
What's it like to have True as your racing training companion every day on those mile sets?
It's great. He has a great attitude with training these days, and he's just plugging away and really working hard. So it's been fun to race him on those Tuesday and Thursday mornings, and I think we're really pushing each other a lot and helping each other out in the sport, and I think I'm excited to see what he can do this summer as well.
Yeah, well, it's paying off for you here in Indy. I'm sure it's going to be paying off for him very soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, thanks so much for joining us, Katie.
Thank you.
So that 800 freestyle is going to be really electric tonight. Katie didn't have much of a crowd to help her push her in that 1500 on Thursday, but I think she's going to really have the crowd behind her in that 800 freestyle tonight. So let's take a look at the TYR Pro Swim Series leaderboard standings right now. And as you see there, Katie could have herself in third place by the end of this competition tonight, based on the 4 wins that she will have here in Indianapolis. And then look at the standings on the men's side. Zane Grothe leads by 3 points over Chase Kalish. And after tonight, I think Chase will be leading by 2 points. Chase will be in 2 events that he's expected to win tonight, the 200 fly, 200 IM, and then Zane is in the 800 freestyle. So this is going to be a great tight battle here on that leaderboard, and it's so exciting with 2 more events left. You definitely don't want to miss that. All right, so we're going to take a little break, and when I come back, I'm going to be joined by Olympic gold medalist Blake Pieroni. Welcome back to Deck Pass Live. The early heats of the 800 freestyle for men and women are still going on here at the IU Natatorium, where I am joined by Olympic gold medalist Blake Pieroni. Blake, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to be here.
So just to let people know, you grew up not too far from here, about 2 hours away in Chesterton.
Yes.
So, and I know this is a pool you swum in a lot. You
Yes.
probably had to come down I-65 practically like 3-4 times a year.
Yeah, small fun fact that I have more best times in this pool than any other pool in the world.
All right.
So I grew up around this pool. It's like a home pool.
So when you were, you won the 200 freestyle last night, so you stepped up on those blocks. It was just like, you know, just old hat for you.
Yeah, I mean, I love this pool. I've swam in it since, you know, I was 10 years old at age group state. Now, you know, at Grand Prix, it's my favorite, honestly.
Yeah, so this is a new chapter for you. It's probably just a different feeling now than when you were 10 years old.
Yeah, for sure. A little bit more intense, you know, ready rooms, things like that.
Yeah. All right, so I want to take a look at your 200 freestyle last night, specifically the last 50, and we're going to I want you to kind of walk us through what was going through your mind on that 200 here. So
sure.
You're in lane 3, you're coming into the 150, you're in the lead. Felix Allback is above you, and Zane Grothe also above you. Those two guys are distance swimmers. So Talk us through this last 50.
Yeah, so right here I'm wishing I had a bigger lead going into this last 50. Like you said, both of them are really good distance swimmers. I can't see Zane at all, honestly, but I can see Felix, and I can see my lead shrinking every cycle that we're taking. And right here I'm like really starting to hurt, trying to kick as hard as I can. And this last 5 meters, put my head down and tempo up a little bit. Looks like one stroke ahead. And just closer looking at it there.
Yeah, yeah, it really does look a lot closer. Like, you know, you can't tell by the human eye. Look at that, 1:48.19. That's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Just around my season best time. Hopefully I could do a season best in Santa Clara maybe next month. So.
Yeah, that would be really exciting. So, you know, obviously you just finished your collegiate career in Indiana, had a really good swim. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but I just want to talk about how not just making the transition from collegiate swimming to post-grad, but from short course yards to long course. What was that like for you?
So for me, actually, I like racing long course more, but I like training short course more. Okay. So in terms of like racing, I kind of like this better, honestly. And in terms of, you know, I swam 3 events this week versus NCAA's where you're going to swim 13 races in 3.5 days. Yeah. I prefer this a lot. So
that's good. That's good. So speaking of NCAA's, you were the first man in history to break 1:30 in the 200-yard freestyle. Yep. Did that leading off Indiana's 800 freestyle relay. Yeah. Obviously, that's a goal that, you know, every 200 freestyler wanted to do.
Right.
So talk us through the season of how you were able to make that possible.
Yeah, so like as you said, as being a goal for a 200 freestyle, I think it wasn't really even like, I mean, I certainly wasn't thinking about it until Townley went 1:30.4 his freshman year. And I was like, wow, like, I didn't even think people could go under 131. Mm-hmm. And then last year going 130.8, like I spent a whole year just thinking about one thing, trying to break 130. I thought about it pretty much every day and had a great year of training. That kept me more motivated than anything. And then I think that with being my senior year, being, you know, the last time I'd ever be able to represent my university and my team, it gave me another level of motivation that I was able to withhold throughout that whole year. And I think that's what allowed me to go 129 at NC's.
Was there anything specific you did in the weight room, in the pool, that you look back and say, that was what really helped you?
I think I managed stress a little bit better in terms of school. I think stress is really killer. You get really bogged down with, you know, 7-month season and then school and grades, everything like that. And then the atmosphere that we had this past year with me, Mohammed, Marwan, Zane, the training group that we had, it was really great to be around those guys every day. And I think, you know, they definitely were a part of me getting under 130.
Right. And then obviously, you know, I wouldn't say the target's on your back now, but I mean, everybody's looking at you now like, okay, this guy could be pretty dangerous this summer in the 200 freestyle. What's your mindset going into the summer?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really feel like I have a target on my back or anything like that, but obviously this summer is huge for everyone. It picks the teams for the next 2 years, so I'm just trying to do the same thing that I've been doing. I've been, you know, steadily progressing every year throughout my high school and college career, so you know, I hope to do it again this season, do best times, and make teams this summer.
Okay. Now obviously, you know, swimming's a grind. I mean, you're in the pool 5 hours a day, the weight room, everything like that. Your mind is totally focused on this one goal. What do you do away from the pool to kind of help you, you know, like you said, manage that stress and just kind of just be able to control those emotions?
Yeah, I don't do anything special. Like, you know, I mean, maybe meditation would probably be a good thing to do that, but I kind of just like hanging out with the teammates, and it is a really intense environment when you're in practice and you're racing and stuff, but after practice, it's like, you know, you're just hanging out with your best friends, and it's not, you know, while it's intense for these 2 hours, you know, afterwards it's just calm and relaxed, and I think that helps a lot. You know, it's not constantly every day, 24 hours, it's just all out intense. It's, you know, it's friendship outside of the practice.
Yeah, I've seen you on Cody's vlogs. You're hanging out at his house a lot. I'm sure he likes to invite a lot of his teammates to his house.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, we go there a couple times a month. His vlogs have been taking off lately.
Yeah. I don't see you very much though.
I know. He needs to start putting me in there more.
I think you definitely should get in there a little bit more. Just to finish up here, I mean, you were talking about all those guys that you train with. There's been like this exodus of people just coming to Bloomington all of a sudden. I mean, it's just what's going on there that's really attracting all these people to come there?
I think that's something, you know, with the recent transfer of Zach Apples, people are like, whoa, something is going on here, right? But yeah, like, so Zane, Marwan, me, Zach, Mohammed, Ian, Vinny, we all trained on the same time on, you know, a couple times a week. Mm-hmm. And I think that's like, it takes away from like practice being, oh, it's just a long 7,000 long course practice, when all you have to worry about is racing the guys next to you, right? You don't have to worry about anything else, and they don't let you take a practice off, right? Because if one person takes a practice off, it's very evident, right? Because they're way behind.
Right.
And so yeah, I think it's great. It's one of my favorite things, coming in and training with all those guys. And yeah, we have a pretty good group right now.
It's got to be a fun environment there. And all those guys you mentioned, plus Lily, and you got Margot Gear, you got Ashley Knighty. I mean, I think I'd love to be able to train there. Just to be able, not the grueling yardage, but just the fun you guys must have.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things going on in different days, and you got Coley's crazy practices and sprinters doing things, and it's like a circus. But on the practices where we all race and get together and are together, it's intense.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, Blake, it's been really great chatting with you. Congratulations last night on that 200 freestyle. I mean, I know it's really cool. You get a nice little paycheck from all that.
Yeah,
nice $500 paycheck from winning that, and then you got third in the second in the 100 freestyle. So that'd be really good. Take back to Bloomington.
Yeah, thanks.
Place to pay a little rent. So that's Blake Pieroni. Look for him this next month in Santa Clara and in the lead up to Irvine. And we're going to take a little break, and actually, sorry, not going to take a break. We're going to take a little breather, but we're going to be coming back for Deckcast Live tonight. You don't want to miss it. I'm going to be back with Olympic legend Natalie Coggan, and we're going to talk about a lot of things we saw here in Indianapolis. We're going to bring you the men's 800 freestyle, and you don't want to miss that one. So for everybody here, thanks for watching. See you back here tonight.